Hi everyone, this is Mr. Nam, and today I'm going to be going over for my 7th graders your synchronous and asynchronous lesson for Friday, September 18th, called Particles in Motion, in case you missed class or you just needed a refresher on what we did today. Okay, so what we started off today with was a do now. So in the chat, and in case you were not here, instead of in the chat, I want you to actually type it on this slide. Is there more thermal energy in an iceberg or in a small cup of hot coffee? Why? Okay. And then you're going to answer that question. We kind of talked about that. And then I will go over that again in a bit. So we just did the do now, guys. I'm going to go over the learning target, your scientist of the day. We're going to share some the popcorn ideas we had, and then we're going to go into a breakout room. And then you have some independent work. Okay. Our learning target for today, guys, is I will be able to describe how the motion of particles changes when thermal energy is added or when they are heated up. Okay. So today we're going to talk about what happens to the particles how do they move when we increase thermal energy within a system. Your scientist of the day, guys, Dr. Hunain Masab. He was born in 1926 and passed on 2014. He was born in Syria but moved to the US. He had a bunch of degrees from the University of Michigan. He studied epidemiology and he made a lot of vaccines, and boy, could we use him right now. And he was the one that also developed Flumis, which is a brand of vaccine that's actually, instead of a shot, it's a nasal injection. Okay. I'm recording this before I had time to paste a few examples of the popcorn models. Hopefully you were in class and were able to see the ones that we went over today. So when we think about this model, guys, here's an extra hint when it comes to a cup of water. The kinetic energy of a particle is how fast it is moving. Okay, think of this as one arrow. So one arrow to one little particle represents how fast that molecule is moving. To find the thermal energy of the water, you need to add up all the kinetic energy for all the arrows for all of the particles. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. So the more arrows you have, the more thermal energy you have. I'm sorry, I take that back. The more arrows you have, the more kinetic energy you have, okay? Which means particles are moving much quicker. All right, guys, in your breakout rooms today, you know the expectations. If you weren't here, then you're going to be doing this independently, but this is what we did in our breakout rooms. You're going to go through slides 10 through 13 and think about the questions to yourself and answer them on those specific slides, okay? So for example, slide 10, particles in which state have the most amount of kinetic energy? So solid, liquid, or gas. You're going to answer, do you think the particles in the solid, liquid, or gas have the more kinetic energy, and explain why. Okay. Slide 11, is there more thermal energy in A or B, and why? We look at the two diagrams. We added energy from A to B, so we have clearly more movement. Do we think there's going to be more thermal energy in A or B? And you need to tell me why. And slide 12 is there more thermal energy in cup A or cup B? So as you can see, clearly in cup A and cup B, one cup has more kinetic energy or movement. So that should relate to which cup has more thermal energy. Okay. So now if we go back to the do now question, what we did is we re-answered that question. And we talked about is there more thermal energy in a huge iceberg or a small cup, and why? And now you should be able to answer correctly, in case you didn't get it right the first time. All right, John, for your independent work today, you're going to click on this picture to look at this interactive below. It's going to open up this kind of link. And then you're just going to kind of go through, you're going to play the video, and you're going to kind of go through, if we go from cold to hot, what do we notice about the particles? Okay, click on the next screen. It'll explain to you exactly how this interactive goes. You're going to go through that interactive. Oopsies. And then once you are done with that, you're going to click on the form. And it should open up a exit ticket for you to complete. Okay. It says Murphy's classes. That is a mistake, and we'll say Mr. Nam's classes. Okay. Like always, if you have any questions, guys, please reach out. I think this is a pretty straightforward lesson. If you finish this and I don't talk to you before the weekend, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.